Good morning.
It is done.
It's time for a bit of a marathon sesh. First off, I've done some reading and realised I have always missed the opportunity to hire a companion called Jubilos, who is an alchemist grenadier. The reason I always forget him is because I search the area he's in before he turns up. So I'm going to try and find him. If he's there. He may not be there because I've already gone to this area once, you know. I may have missed it. It's a little bit of a, I guess is it a mistake? I don't know. Oh.
Does it matter?
Oh boy. Kobolds. Did not expect them. I've just buffed my pet with acid more. Let's get her in
Let us strike as one.
position. But it is a bit of a mistake on the part of the developers if they put someone right next to where you start before the start of the next chapter, and he doesn't spawn until you see the Troll Trouble place card, you know? Okay.
Consider me provoked.
These enemies certainly weren't here last time I came here, so there you go. But yeah, Ekun isn't in that zone
Good, you did.
until Troll Trouble starts. I only found him by
Do
accident.
not falter. Serves you right.
Come on, dog, do your thing. Yes. Thundercall.
This is for you.
A boomsayer. Right. None of them are really hitting me very
Strike with
hard.
all your might.
Come on, Omeg. There we go.
Repent.
Right, Ekun.
Cannot hide from me.
He does slap.
Onwards.
Oh, a miss. So, Lindsay's been stunned. Let's see if we can knock this guy down. Yep, yes we can. Trip and attack of opportunity is just delicious. Okay, so kobolds have turned up in some kind of camp. Okay. Oh, Cooking Almanac, written by Jubilost. So let's have a little gander. It's perhaps Avistan's most popular dish. In the capital of Cheliax, it is baked in a cheese crust and sprinkled with lemon juice. The local fishermen use a different cooking method in Kadira, which is on the opposite end of Avistan. They will find it finely chopped and mixed cold ingredients. The exact origin of the dish remains unknown, but is generally believed to have been invented in Andoran and spread around the globe by seafarers and pilgrims. Served as plain pâté in its most basic version. To prepare it, soak the herring in spiced marinade, then mince it into a spreadable paste. Add a mashed tart, green apple, hard-boiled quail eggs, the freshest butter you can find, and half an onion. The list of ingredients may vary in the inland regions. In the region of Nurmathas, beef or lamb is used for this snack. I once tasted a highly original and equally highly disgusting version cooked with milk and mushrooms in the border of Drula. Great. And what's this? Fighting the bleaching. Practical guidance. You shall leave their malady behind. The bleaching does not cling to people until they mature. What is the colour of skin? Right, so there's an illness called the bleaching. What? Weird. That is weird. We'll see if there's some kind of story to this.
This requires your attention.
Ooh, a sigh. Right, so it appears we found a camp where Jubilost was once camped. I've got my my little pooch sitting up with me. She might make funny little noises every now and then.
March
She's
on.
a good girl, aren't you? You're a good girl.
Let's finish them quick.
Oh. Oh, I see. Right. Oh, here's Jubilost and some gnomes. Let's get in there and help them. Right. It's time to act.
Stay behind me.
Definitely didn't know this was happening, which is why I'm in a strange formation, ill-suited to fighting. But send in the infantry. Attack opportunity is fantastic.
You deserved it.
Let's take out the back line. Yes, put poison arrow on him. There we go. That should deal with him. How badly injured? He's pretty badly injured. He's not
Nowhere
going to get.
to run.
Oh boy.
Let us strike as one.
Now, to be clear, I'm not 100% convinced so far that I'm going to use Jubilost in my party, but it's good to have him available to me. He might have some nice side mission that's interesting to do, which is more important, really. There we go. Who's left? You're left.
We won't falter.
Good night, sweetheart.
Any last wishes?
Nice. Renowned explorer. Help the big-leaguered travelers. Tartuk again? So, the gnome invites some of his friends. Stupid, slow, sluggish gnome. Gnome. Stupid. There's a purple kobold on the riverbank who looks just like your old acquaintance, Tartuccio. Now, look, I've never seen this in 300 hours of playing this game. How funny is that? Kobolds want this cart. Kobolds shall have it. The horse skull hides most of the kobold's face, but you see vicious eyes glinting through the empty socket staring at you. By orders of myself, the glorious King Tartuk. Kobold pounds his chest with his fist. Tartuk King! Head of the gnome expedition wipes his brow, glares at the kobold. This bastard was the one talking our ears off while the rest of them were trying to steal our cart. King Tartuk, the gnome looks at you and winks. What do you say to a bit of regicide? Tartuccio, I recognise what is this new disguise, and why are you not dead? How dare you speak like that to King? Kobolds attack. Sheer does! Okay. Nice. Good. I'm glad I'm still keeping my summons. Valerie, you best get up there. On your next go, you're going to dazzling display them. I can have a coffee while I'm waiting for my turn. That's not bad coffee. Get some more soon. Amazon delivery's coming up. Got to keep my ear out for the door.
True.
Let's just get you in position. Gonna lay on hands myself for starters. Get up behind the front line. Okay, yes. Nice. Oh. Alright, Valerie. Dazzle them. Oh, 3 of them are dazzled.
I won't give
Oh
up.
boy,
Can it be?
that was not cool. You messed with the wrong cleric. There we go. Ekun. I'm gonna get revenge on the sniper.
Grant you death.
Or not. Oh, I can hit that one. Yes, nice. We're going straight in. There we go. You're left.
Do not fall back.
And I think this is the end of the combat round. Must be. Oh no, okay. Well, let's finish it with Bone Shaker. Nice. Just wrecked your party, mate. See you soon, this is not over. Okay. I mean, I do know what happens to Tartuccio and where he goes. The fact that we see him in this combat is decent. Wow. I'm just going to put this out there and say that his lay on hands heal is terrible. Again, sorry to harp on about 5th edition, but I prefer the 5th edition, which is a pool that grows bigger the higher level you go, and you can choose how much of the pools you spend. Right. Should we help them? Let's help them. While the gnomes are busy fighting the kobolds, furiously cursing and diligently punching on their unwelcome guests right in their dragonish snouts, the cart was all but forgotten. The unwitting cause of the fight was being dragged away by scared ponies when it slid down the ford, sinking all the way up to the coachman's seat in the river. This is where the Skunk River flows into the Tuskwater, and current becomes excessively spiteful, cold, stubborn and turbulent. Having taken hold of the gnome's cart, the Skunk River must have decided to drag it down amid all the commotion, but it was caught in the act. The surviving gnomes, led by the head of the gnome expedition, extremely loud and crabby fellow, but not without some managerial talent, were able to catch the cart before it floated away. Faces red and grunting from the strain, they struggled to keep it from drowning entirely. Just then, a package fell into the water. With a heartbreaking splash, it vanished beneath the current, only to resurface 10 metres down the river. No! The head of the gnome expedition moaned as he glowered at the package. That was Alchemy and Life, the latest issue. After plunging into the cold river, the ponies immediately lost their nerve. Swiveling their ears and twitching, they tried to chew through the reins and throw off the load. Why are you just standing around? Go on, help them. The head of the gnome expedition was visibly dissatisfied as he shouted. We can do crowbar, we can choose character. Right, let's choose. One of us try to jump into the cart to untie the ponies still standing in the water. Do I want... Oh, mobility and lore. Let's do it. Let's try it. Success both times. Nice. Ekun nimbly climbed onto the roof of the cart and carefully crawled toward the ponies hitched up the riverbank. The ponies seemed to be relieved to feel a firm hand hold the reins again. They calmed down at once and allowed themselves to be unhitched. In just a few moments, they were standing back at the ford, ready to pull the cart from the river. While the gnomes were busy fighting the kobolds, furiously cursing and oh, I've done that. Gathering our strength, we began pulling the cart. If you're certain you're ready, then let's do it. But be careful. Imagine the cart's full of gold or oil or some other thing you haven't bear to lose. Bet you should trust in our dignity than our greed, Sir Gnome. For God's sake, whatever, just pull the cart. We tried to pull the cart out. The cart creaked and cracked, sounding as though it were sobbing. The board strained against the combined stress of the rushing water's pull against everyone trying to pull the cart ashore. It's not very well written, I don't like that. Unfortunately for the cart, both sides were of equal strength. Something had to be done, or the poor cart would be torn to pieces. So I can... Let's go for the charisma. Oh no, actually, I'm only +3 to charisma? That shouldn't be right. Right, I'll try athletics. A huge stone on the river above was blocking the cart, so I tried to find it and move it out of the way. Yeah, there you go. After everyone struggled to get it through a while, the cart finally made it out on the muddy riverbed and rolled back onto the rocky ground of the wading ford, prompting some seemingly indignant sloshes and squelches as the river released its trophy and rushed along in search of easier prey. Losing no time, the head of the gnome expedition jumped inside for a good while. Rattling and swearing were all that could be heard from the cart until the gnome's face finally reappeared from under the rooftop, seemingly satisfied. Almost everything's still in place, he announced cheerfully, jumping from the cart. It's all wet and crumpled, but at least nothing's missing. Thank you, travellers. If not for your help, guided by my keen supervision, of course, I'd have to say goodbye to all my possessions. There you go, got some XP.
It is done.
So it says talk to Jubilost. Let's pop a save there and have a sip of coffee. Oh, I got a very stiff back today. The gnome stands before you wears dirty and ragged clothes. They used to look stylish and wealthy long ago, but those times are gone. His black hair is matted, a deep, fresh scratch crosses his cheek. Despite of this rather pathetic look, the gnome behaves with inner dignity and even manages to maintain a superior manner.
Jubilos Nartropple, at your grace's service.
Oh, nice.
Your help with these kobolds and my almost drowned cart was timely indeed.
I like that voice actor.
By the way, it's a shame no one organized a greeting party when such a famous and popular person as myself arrived to your capital. I wasn't expecting a red carpet covered with rose petals, but you could at least have sent ahead some delegation. Oh, at least some of my servants are still alive. Do you know how much it costs to train a proper servant?
Jubilos jabbers too fast, never stopping even to take a breath. You can see he's piled up some emotions, just need to get them out of his system.
Sounds like your servants are nothing but tools to you. Truly, with masters like that, being a servant is not much of an improvement over being a slave.
What's this then? Huh. Run along, little girl. The grown-ups are talking.
Oh dear.
So, you're not only arrogant, but a boorish swine as well. Why am I not surprised at all?
Also, while I'm on that, I'd like to make an official announcement. The roads in your barony are in terrible condition. People must search for wading fords to cross the rivers because no one had bothered themselves with building bridges, and honest travelers have to take the risk of being attacked by kobolds at any moment.
Okay.
So, how did you say your barony was called? Oh, whatever, never mind. When I draw the map of these lands, I will call them Maybe Local Baron Will Help. I guess it's a fitting name.
Gnome fell silent at last. He just watches you with his shifty eyes opening and closing his mouth as if he wants to say something more, but he hasn't come up with anything yet.
You think too highly of yourself, Sir Gnome. Behave with some dignity while you're on these lands.
Oh, I see. The very spirit of knighthood embodied. So, what do you propose me to do, Sir Knight? Should I lie?
By no means. But you shall not be so blunt. I bid you to express your opinion in a more courteous form.
Your problem, Sir Knight, is that you worry too much about form and appearance. Unsurprisingly so, considering your pretty face. As for me, I worry solely about the content.
Valerie blushes even more and turns away. Seems to you that the gnome has stepped on her toes. You said you were famous, but I don't know you. What are you famous for?
That was either a stupid and offensive joke or a case of total ignorance. The latter, I hope. I'm famous as a traveller, a cartographer, an alchemist, and a journalist. The students of all the major universities study the world using my maps. My articles for different journals are well known everywhere, from Andorran to Brevoy. You've definitely read some issues of National Alchemy, haven't you?
Nope.
Culinary Almanac of the Inner Sea?
Nope.
Or the most scandalous one, The Independence, describing benefits and drawbacks of governments and regimes in different states?
Oh, I like it. It's like Private Eye.
Didn't read any of these? Oh, well, don't answer that. I don't want to spoil my impression of your barony. It's spoiled enough already. It would be hard for me to write at least something positive otherwise.
Wait, the Jubilos Narthropo?
She must have heard of
Author
you.
of the 14.5 eulogies to Pitax? Oh my, every student in the Academy of Grand Arts devoured your books. Especially after King Aravetti banned them, tried you in absentia, and sentenced you to death.
Oops.
I see at least someone in this shabby barony has at least a rudimentary education, even if they got them in such a dubious establishment as the Pitax Academy of Grand Arts.
It's not as popular as some of the great bardic schools in the Inner Sea. Pitax's Academy of Grand Arts still manages to attract some students seeking greater specialization.
I was expelled for irreverence.
Ah, is this so? Well, if it is true, then you just might not be beyond hope.
So what is such a famous person doing that far from civilization?
I pursue two objectives. The first is to write an article on this new barony of yours for the Independents. The second is to draw a detailed map of the stolen lands. Before this barony appeared, it had been too dangerous to come here, but now an opportunity has appeared. Thanks to you, I must add. So, as you can see, the freedom of speech sometimes grants positive comments too. Anyway, I'm almost done with this journey. My article is practically ready, so is the map. All that's left to do now is to find an old dwarven outpost established here several centuries ago.
Well, I've already been there. What's this dwarven outpost you're searching for?
Your ignorance is stunning. You create a barony and still you know nothing about the lands you own.
Although there's another dwarven
I'll have to
outpost.
enlighten you on the subject. You see, long ago there was a dwarven trade route crossing these lands. It connected Five Kings Mountains and the north. The route was so important to the dwarves that they were generous enough to set a number of outposts along it, manned with armed guardians to provide protection for the traders. One of these outposts must be somewhere nearby, lost and completely forsaken, but nothing can avoid the watchful eye of the great cartographer Jubilos Nartruple. I will find this outpost, and I will mark its location on the map. You can trust me on that.
Tell me, is this old dwarven outpost abandoned? Is it possible it's now used by trolls as a lair, for instance?
Why not? Dwarves like being underground, trolls like being underground too. It's quite possible after dwarves left, their warm and cozy place fell into the hands of less attractive creatures.
Well, I'm looking for a troll's lair. Maybe we're looking for the same place. Just join our efforts and start looking together.
Well, you prove to be a capable companion in a case of emergency. I guess I can entrust you with covering my back. Let's go. I will send someone for my cart later.
Okay. Well, I want Ekun in the party. Gonna temporarily say goodbye to Octavia for a bit and add Jubilos to the party. Only because I've never played with him before, you know. What does Jubilos get? Nothing. Right, well, I need to go back to the capital and equip him because he's got stuff. What's his spellbook looking like? Okay, shield is good. I don't need the healing. Targeted and Bomber's Eye are really good. Actually, no, I don't want enlarged person. I want reduced person for him. Oh, and he gets level 2 spells. Right. Oh yeah, bark skin's good. Does he have? He's got throw anything, point blank, precise shot, ability focus, alchemist bomb, poison resistance, precise bomb. Right, doesn't affect allies. That's good. Discovery, mutagen. Fantastic. There's some loot there. Let's go and loot that. Jubilost. So, oh, what are his stats like? Okay. Oh, he has good intellect. Right, let's. So noise outside. It's fine. It's alright, lie down. Good girl. Who's a good girl? Come here now. Hello. Got a little Jack Russell called Poppy. She's a good girl. Lie down then. Oh, is that someone at the door? Okay, I'll be back in a moment. So I got to keep the ear out for the door. Silly as that seems. Right. Well, you know, no one really watches these, so I don't mind about it being unprofessional, I guess. I don't know how like actual streamers manage when they've got, if they live on their own or whatever, or if they've got housemates. Interesting musical change.
No stopping now.
Let's go to the vendor. Interestingly, so the reason I've chosen Jubilost and Harem for my party at the moment is because they both have side quests. Or story crowbar. Let's keep the crowbar. You never know when it might come in handy. I don't know where it came from. So I've got some rope as well. Sigh. If I had a monk in my party, it might be useful. Okay, I've got a lot of gold. So, yeah, I'm gonna be cheap. Sorry to say. I'm gonna take that off you, and that, and that, and that. I'm just going to take all your stuff. Oh yeah. Well, I've got plenty of potions actually, you can have those, but I will take that off of you. Where's Jubilost? Now who has the best mobility now? 5, 7. Oh, he has 11, right, okay. Well, he gets boots of Elvenkind then in that case. Right, Jubilost definitely needs that. Definitely needs that. Let's give him that, and that. Extra bombs useful. And then let's just hit rest. He gets all his spells back. And there we go. I'm probably going to do
Onwards.
is do this in little hour stints with little breaks in between, because I got Poppy to think about. I'm going to take her out for a WALK in a moment. Excuse me. Bombardier's Vest is one thing. I'm definitely going to use an acid flask. Let's have that light as well, why not? He's got a heavy crossbow, like +1 or something. So take a wand of grease. You never know when it might come in useful if we're going for those troll caves. So here we go. So it's +2 bonus on attack rolls with bombs, which is great. alchemist fire is useful, I want acid. For some reason, all of the trolls are immune. No, some of the trolls are immune to fire. So acid becomes a better weapon. She's got a lantern. Let's give him a lantern. There we go. Why not a summon monster? Never know when it might come in handy. Right. So he's got savage bow. I'm going to sell the longbow. I don't need it. Right. So now he at least gets a bit more dex. I'm not sure how bombs are calculated. You know. He's got a decent attack on that with the heavy crossbow at least. Right.
March on.
I've still yet to find that final fragment of necklace. I haven't googled where it's found yet either, but Token of the Dryad, it's always worth a few quid.
It is done.
Let's go to the map screen. And just one last look before we go. So, I don't have a wizard in my party, but I do get some wizard spells. But it's fine. So yeah, Dwarven Ruins. I've promised to take Harem to Dwarven Ruins. Jubilost wants to check out the Dwarven Ruins too. Ekun will want to check out the Dwarven Ruins as well. So it's just all the more reason. So there's a lone house. There's a kobold trail, and I've got a quest to meet the nymph in the verdant chambers, but alone, and that is actually quite a tough encounter. So I'm going to hold it till I'm a bit higher level. I think it's not a bad shout to do a little bit of exploring. There we go, random encounter.
We'll do it the hard way.
Stinky, lousy, drivelling carrion eaters. Now, I don't know what a young Dwemer cat is, but it's an NPC, so I shall help it out. Enemy of my enemy is my friend, for instance. Oh, wow, it's got a lot of attacks.
Clever ploy.
Okay. I'm just going to wait till they're all bunched up together. Oh, I've been tripped. This is not good so far. Alright, Harem. Well, let's bless. Because that's actually a decent use. Can I stand up? I can. Okay, I didn't take too much damage there. It was worth the effort. Right. I'm going to move back because I want to be able to hit multiple targets. Right, let's scare them if we can. Hey, that's hit almost all of them. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go for the one that's... Yes! Right, Omeg. This could be fatal. Okay, that's not that bad. Who are we going to go for? Can I cleave? Yes, I can. Very nice. Oh, they tripped me over. Well, I did some damage. Oh, beautiful. Right, Jubilost. Acid bomb. It shouldn't hit my friendly targets. Okay, that's good. Oh, I've taken a serious injury, debilitating injury. Okay. Thank you. Lindsay's still up.
This is where I step in.
Nice. Right, well, I need to go back to the capital now. I've taken that injury.
Cannot hide from me. No strike wasted.
Okay. You've got fire on your sword, so that should finish it off. There we go. Well, I've got a crippling blow. Well, human, today you've helped the Dwemer Cat. The Dwemer Cat does not forget those who help her. We shall meet again, perhaps. Who knows? Okay. This is a scripted event, so I don't really know what the full payoff of the event is. One thing I do know is that we need to heal up. So he's got Death's Door injury. Need greater restoration to remove it, which we don't have yet. Which I recall correctly uses diamond dust or diamonds as well. It's pretty rough. Again, this is where the game is trying to be the tabletop.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
And all this does is really get in the way of progressing the story, because I've got to go home, got to go to the throne room, I've got to hit rest, and he'll heal. Then I have to click, 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 leave. Let's just drop these things off for now. And then we have to go back where we came. I think I know deep down why it's a decent thing. I'll elaborate. If we're in the middle of a troll cave and that happens, we are in trouble, and it actually puts the party in true jeopardy and true danger, so we have to be really careful about how we play, and that adds difficulty to the game, right? See what level we're at the moment. Okay, we're very nearly level 6. I'm going to explore. Okay. Random encounter we can't skip. We saw something that probably no one else had ever seen before. Beside the blazing campfire stood a kobold. He had wrapped himself in a worn-out elven robe. On the far side of the clearing, 3 enormous trolls shuffled their feet, hesitating. The kobold stretched out his callous paws and with immense gravity hissed and mumbled incomprehensibly. We could barely even guess at what all this meant. So we've got... Oh yeah, let's carefully sneak closer. Hiding behind the elm trees, we crept close enough to hear the mysterious kobold's mumbling. Could try... Oh, it's... I see. Right. So it's a stat check is harder to do than a perception. We tried to make sense of what was happening by interpreting gestures and body language. It seemed like the kobold was shaming the trolls for a cowardice. Hissing and grunting, he repeated Hargulka, several times, causing the trolls to tuck their heads and slouch a little deeper each time. Must have been the name of a very important troll, a chieftain, a pack leader, someone that they regarded as an authority. Whatever the case, the kobolds were to hit their target. One of the trolls, the tallest and mightiest one, stood straight and stepped forward. His enormous claw involuntarily scratched at his bloodied shoulder, which held a burned-in pattern. The other troll's shoulders looked at the same pattern, as though they'd all been branded. The kobold stretched his arms towards the troll, his sleeves on fire. "Flames! Flames! Flames!" the kobold hissed menacingly in common. "Flames! Flames! Flames!" the trolls replied in their own language. The brave troll stepped closer to the campfire. Couldn't imagine a more opportune time to strike. So we got... I'm going to go with the dexterity. We stealthily threw a stone at the kobold. The rock struck the kobold right in the forehead. Bam! The spellweaver went down like a tree. It was clearly be out for quite some time. But the trolls were ready for battle. They were very, very angry. Very interesting. I haven't seen this before. Oh. Phone call. And I'm back. Yeah, never done this fight before. Never seen it. So I can't free cast the bomb. Okay, well, let's just chuck it at that guy. Oh, I should have used acid bomb. Silly, silly, silly. Right, so yeah, branded trolls are heavily resistant to fire to the point where they're immune, actually. Oh, I can cleave. Oh, nice. And well, I haven't blessed everyone. And I haven't cast that. See if she can fear everyone. Some of them have been dazzled. Right, acid bomb 9. That should hit both those trolls now. Nice one. Okay, well, it's hit them. Ouch. Of course, trolls have incredible reach, so I really want to make sure I stand back. But who's at the lowest hit points?
Nowhere to run.
He's still knocked out. I don't know what he's going to do to me if he wakes up. So let's bane them. I want them to do as little damage as possible, really. He will provoke an attack of opportunity if he stands up, so I'm just going to leave him down at the moment. They've got a lot of health. Can I try and fear them? Don't know if that worked. Let's just keep them dazzled. Nice. It does mean they don't hit. They have a lower chance to hit. And I'm not sure if it stacks with Bane or not, but we'll find out. Jeez.
Protect me, please.
Could be worse. And will be.
They are
Definitely will be.
taking serious damage. That one's nearly dead. Let's finish it off, and then the dog can start tripping up the other ones. It's not a bad shout. Can he... Yeah, let's cure critical wounds. Useful, useful, useful. And you... actually, yeah. Pop mirror image. And chug a potion. 2 hit points. Was it even worth it? Keep it going. Keep them dazzled. Right, dog, get in there. Keep going with the acid. There. Slowly going down. Nice.
I should withdraw for a time.
Ow. I'll lie down.
Oh, there you are.
I grant you dead.
Thank you. Thank goodness for that. Still knocked out. Let's bone shake at this guy. Oh, attack of opportunity. I'm going to move away, and then I can still get an attack on it.
Serves you right.
Stay behind me.
Come on, dog, it's up to you. Oh, thank goodness for that. Let's just crossbow him.
Primitives.
Yes. Ah.
Cannot hide from me.
It's not Tartuk. I thought for a minute it was Tartuk. Right, we're pretty wrecked.
The end draws near.
But you know, it's been a while since we actually had a challenge.
Notice awaits us.
Probably going to rest anyway, but that's information. Okay. If I wasn't so friendly with Ekun, I'd be less inclined. I'd be less worried about what I'm going to do with the trolls, but trolls need to be dealt with. Cloak of Resistance 2. Okay, so give that to my tank. Then pass it on down the line. Cloak of Winter Veil, maybe. If you've got resistance, you've got resistance. You've got resistance. What has he got? Oh yeah, poison, sleep, paralysis. Okay, what's that? Wand of Bless. Again, wands are great, but you've got to pass a check to make sure they don't fail. So I use them. Oh, something here. So, oh hello, Thorax Pendant. So yeah, the kobolds are training the trolls and branding them so they're immune to fire. Normally I find this out a completely different way. Right, we took quite a lot of damage there. Oh, I don't have camp camouflage. Okay. Do you have... Okay, you don't have much to... I don't have Law on Nature. Oh, there you go. Chess. Okay, 9 is not bad. There you go. And let's begin resting. There we go. Got to remember when I switch out party members. Oh, it's gone sunny.
Drowning my feelings of uselessness in cheap drinks.
I'll probably have to block the window a little in my next break.
Sense to my life.
Oh, 8-legged plague. Oh, am I being in combat again?
You've lost a chance to resolve this peacefully.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm just gonna attack. Oh, Dwemer Cat comes and helps.
Your life ebbs low. Waste.
Oh, I leveled up. Okay, well, colour me surprised. Let's finish the rest and level up. Oh,
Quiet, I'm thinking.
oh my goodness, he's just like one trash mob away from leveling up.
Don't hesitate.
Okay, so we have achieved level 6. She is going to go... Oh boy, I need to find her little guide. Got a little document. called the Valerie build. Excuse me. She doesn't really get anything at level 5 fighter, but she does get 2 perception. Oh, is it 1 perception? Okay, 1 perception. 1 persuasion. And it recommends use magic device, but would I ever use that? So I'm probably going to go somewhere else. Actually, there we go. +4 to mobility. Yeah. Thank you. Harem. Cleric 6. Again, it seems like you miss out if you don't put all your points in cleric, unless you're going for something really, really specific. What do I get? It's level 6 paladin. Let's have a look. I get, oh, mercy. Now that's actually useful. I mean, I don't get a feat this round, so it's not great, but I get a mercy and fatigued. So if anyone in my party is fatigued, I can just lay on hands on them and it removes it. So I'm looking at you, Abiri, when I have you in the party, because she gets fatigued in between when she rages. Okay, Bard. Max out her trickery for now. Persuasion, use magic device. Knowledge world for her cooking. Oh, let's make it even higher. Excuse me. So I can do a combat trick, which is a feat. Now I can do rapid shot. But every roll is -2. I'll have a total of 3 attacks, but I lose some accuracy or deadly aim. So I only get 2 attacks. No, I'm going to go rapid shot. Why not? What else do I get? Oh, I get fascinate, which means I can get them all to look at me. Do I want people to be blinded? Do I want invisibility? Sense vitals? Sense vitals is really good. I can just cast it on myself and then make, you know, I can hold person, will save 1 creature. I want some AoE. Scare. There we go. Although yeah, let's do it. Actually no, because Valerie's got that. Hold person. Let's do hold person. Ekun, Ranger. Athletics and mobility, perception, lore and nature. And stealth is pretty high, so I might as well keep going with it. Combat Starfleet. So I can do improved precise shot. Your ranged attacks ignore the mischance granted to targets by anything less than total concealment. Total concealment provides no normal benefits against your own attacks. Okay, so or so I can just many shot. Making a full attack with the bow. Your first attack fires 2 arrows. If the attack hits, both arrows hit. apply precision base damage, so sneak attack and critical hit. Let's just do lots of shots. Okay.
No stopping now.
Let's get out of here. Save. Excuse me.
I am your shield.
Patience. I stand ready.
Level 6 is a power spike. So we'll see how things go in our future combats. That's a good point. I haven't actually looked at my spell book. You get an extra spell, level 3. I've now got remove curse. Great. What is prayer? A luck bonus. And what is bless? Morale bonus. So prayer is going to become the spell I use instead of bless. Maybe. Remove fear, remove sickness, bane. Do you know, actually, I'm coming to a point where I'm not going to be able to rest as much, and I want to have lots of spells that I can use that are really useful. Oh my goodness, yeah, no, let's go prayer. Buffbot. He only has level 1 spells, he only has those 2. What is Jubilost? Interesting. I want to be able to shield myself quite a bit. Cat's Grace. Yeah, +4 dexterity. Barkskin. I'd just rather have Cat's Grace, really. Let's keep moving. Let's just keep on going. Just exploring the area for now.
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
Let's locate the wizard's house.
We should gather our strength.
Just being a little pedantic. Let's rest here, and then after a little break, I'm going to take my dog around the park. I'll be back, and I will check out this lone house, which is there's quite a lot in this area, so it's nice to start a whole new episode with that. Yeah. Hey, fun times. Also going to block out the sun from the glare. It's ridiculous. So, till next time.